It is so good to have my lovely co-host back, Miss Maris Brennan. For those of you that have been following us for a while now, Maris has brought so many amazing campgrounds in the great state of Michigan in front of all of you so you guys can know where to go to have great experiences, make lifetime memories, see beautiful things. So we've had a lot of fun so far this year since we've launched it. There's been a lot of excitement with MARVAC. I think that you and the team have done a phenomenal job, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. I want to be clear, of course, the Launching Life Experience podcast is powered by Heartland RV, but in no way, shape, or form is exclusive to MARVAC. We're just one of many manufacturers that really love this gang of wonderful humans. That being said, on today's episode, normally Maris and I, as we said, we bring you guys an awesome campground to highlight, maybe you didn't know about, but today we're going to be letting you guys know about something that has never been done before in the history of MARVAC that's been around for almost 80 years, right? One of the oldest organizations in the state of Michigan. So what we are talking about, industry first. Never been done before. Can't say patent pending. I don't know that you could patent what you're doing, but I think it's an incredible idea, Maris, and it's going to be called the Vendor Showcase, and that's coming up this spring. February is of course, the spring Novi show. We say spring, even though you got 4 feet of snow to trounce through in beautiful Novi, but that's kind of where it is. But you're doing something really special the Tuesday before. And again, you're calling it this Vendor Showcase. So let everybody know, what is this all new thing, never been done before, all about?
So for MARVAC, one of the big goals that we have is helping our members. Our members are campgrounds. They're vendors. They're manufacturers like you guys. They're dealers. And part of the fun that I have, like the part that I really like the most, is getting people communicating with each other. And that is what the Vendor Showcase is for. We are going to bring in vendors that sell all manner of things, whether it's stuff that they want, that campgrounds might want in their camp store, or things that they need like picnic tables or pool supplies or anything that a campground needs in order to run their business. We want to bring those vendors in and have them there to talk to the campgrounds for the afternoon. We're going to invite every campground in the state of Michigan. We hope that everybody gets to come, and it'll be just a big, huge fun, because, you know, if it's MARVAC, it's fun.
That's right.
Afternoon of learning about each other and learning about things that are going on in the industry. And then we're going to have a great party at the end.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, you know, you and I were talking offline, and I complimented you because I think that this is so brilliant, because if we look at the conversations that you and I have had, what did we hear from a lot of the campgrounds? A lot of them are limited with staff, sometimes financially, and just managing their own time. You know, many of these campgrounds that we highlight that are proud members of MARVAC, and if you'd like to, you know, share your story, of course, on a Launching Life Experience podcast with MARVAC, well, you simply just have to become a member. So get a hold of Maris Brennan today. But, you know, we found a lot of the conversations we had offline. What did they say to us? Hey, when camping season starts, we're not leaving the property. We're so busy with scheduling and all these events that they don't have a full fiscal year to go and prospect or learn about new capabilities or new vendors. So how brilliant and wonderful and serendipitous of you to see this need to bring that information to them so they can add more value in 2024 and a new camping season. I think, you know, across the country, I've talked to Darren Ing, who's, you know, one of your lovely coworkers and teammates there. And, you know, you guys are connected to a lot of the 501c3 nonprofits throughout North America. This is the first that I've heard this, and it's no surprise why you're getting so many new members and so many people stepping up to the plate. Now, you know, people are probably wondering too, Will, are you going through puberty? Are you growing a beard? Yeah, that's right. We are in the fall, and I figured, hey, you know what? It's almost November. I'm going to start a week early. I've never grown a beard. Let's see how it looks. But, you know, it's good to bring this conversation up because a lot of people say, well, if this is until February, Will, Maris, why are you guys talking about it now? Well, if you grew up here, you know, it starts to get pretty quiet. We're closing down the camping season. A lot of, again, the campgrounds are getting busy to close everything down, prepare for the spring again, kind of settle down after a crazy year. And we got deadlines coming up. So we need to communicate this stuff now for February because, as everybody knows, time goes by really, really fast. So we
Well,
have
I
some
want to make it big. I want it to be humongous,
well, then
huge,
we're going to repeat this sucker every week. So
giant.
here we go.
So it takes time to put those together.
Yeah. So by the end of November, I should have a full beard, no patches. We are saying, or you're saying to everybody that if you want to be a sponsor and you got a variety of categories, the deadline to you to be a sponsor is the end of November. So if you would, what type of sponsorship opportunities are out there? And then just so people can make consideration, what would they get as a sponsor?
Sure. So our platinum sponsor, which would be the overall big guy, the big event, all the
Yep.
bells, whistles, and everything. They will get an opportunity to talk to everyone at the beginning of the educational session. They will be on all the marketing. They will get registration for up to 4 people, and they get the back page advertisement in the vendor showcase book, which is going to be a huge thing for people. We're going to be giving those away to all of the people that come into the vendor showcase so that when they leave, not only did they have a great day meeting them, they have all of their information that they can put right by their cash register in case they need them in the future. So they'll get a back page ad for that. If you're a gold sponsor, it is an exclusive sponsorship again, so you are the only one. You can be a bar sponsor or a food sponsor, and you get a big sign next to the liquor or a big sign next to the nutrition, whatever you like. And you get a full page advertisement in the vendor showcase. You get your booth and up to 4 registrations. Silver entertainment and bronze, these are not exclusive. These are things that anybody that wants to get a little bit more in that book can. So the silver entertainment sponsor would get a half a page ad, and the bronze would get a quarter page ad. They also get their registration so that they can come in, and then they'll be put together. So all of our bronze sponsors will be put together, and all of our silver sponsors will be put together. But we are not selling advertisements in that vendor book. The only people who will have actual advertisements in there are the sponsors. Everyone else will just have a directory listing, and they'll have their QR code, which we're going to create and put on every single vendor table so that as people come up to you, they can capture the information that you have behind that QR code.
Yeah. And the one thing that I do want to point out too, which I think does bring a lot of value when people are considering, hey, do we want to do this measurable, KPI on this marketing plan and getting involved with MARVAC? The one thing that's really unique, again, about this vendor showcase, so that we're clear, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. This is for a great opportunity for you to be a sponsor, to get your name, your company, your product, your service in front of all the campgrounds that are affiliated with MARVAC that are attending this showcase, and or those vendors. So maybe you're a tier 1 supplier that has some manufacturing capability that could help a vendor like a kayak manufacturer or something. That's where I see a lot of value. If you're somebody that's considering it, is it's going to business. It's business to business rather than B2C. This is not for the retail customers. So great opportunity there with sponsors. And again, end of November is the deadline. So between now and then, Maris, what is the best way for people that are considering a sponsorship opportunity or they want more information to get a hold of you?
The sponsorship information will be on our website. It'll be on the member website, which is different. It's rvcmember.org. The registrations will be there. The sponsorship information will be there, and the basic information about the show will be there. But if they just want to call me, I'm happy to talk to people. I dig people.
Yeah, awesome.
They're welcome to call me. My main line into my office is 517-999-6878. that rings right to my desk, and I would be happy to share all of this information with anybody that is looking to do the sponsorships and come in and be part.
And today is October 24th. So between now and the end of November, Maris and myself, we will be fanatic to share the information as well on, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever you follow Maris or MARVAC. When this podcast comes out on YouTube, we can add some text in the comments too if you just need some follow-up or some help from the time you guys first hear this when it airs. So again, sponsorship deadline for the all new, never been done before MARVAC Vendor Showcase for the spring show, the Tuesday before the February show in Novi. Get a hold of Maris. Again, October 24th to the end of November. Get your signups for that gold or platinum or any of the other sponsorship opportunities. It's a great chance for your company to get in front of a lot of eyeballs. Now, speaking of a lot of eyeballs, I like to be really positive and think, man, this podcast has really just brought so much, exposure and excitement to MARVAC. And I always want to positively take some credit, but it's just, I do have to give up that seat because what you were telling me is this vendor showcase was a brilliant idea because you have gotten so many new members. So let's talk about if you want to be in the vendor showcase. What do they need to do by the end of December? So if you guys celebrate Old St. Nick or whatever holiday you choose, end of December would be your deadline to be a MARVAC member as a vendor or a campground to be a part of this. I guess how many spots do you have open? If people want to be at this showcase, they got to be a member. So what do they need to do between now and end of December?
Well, we're a little different on this one. Normally, to participate in the vendor showcase, we always require members.
Okay.
You have to be a member. But because this is in conjunction with the Novi show, and we have some vendors that are there for us and there for the public that don't necessarily need, want, or should probably even have MARVAC memberships because it doesn't make sense for their business.
Yep.
We actually are opening it up to non-member vendors. It's just a lot more expensive.
Okay, well, let's repeat that again. So again, if you are not a MARVAC member, you still have a chance to get into this sought-after showcase. So for everybody listening, same thing. Best way to contact you is through the non-membership website, which would just be marvac.org, or your direct line, which again, the office line is what?
517-999-6878.
Awesome. So let's talk now about the meat and the potatoes, as I always like to say. We've got this vendor showcase. What I applaud you on is just taking a different spin. Could be very boring and everybody just sits around and waves to each other like a BNI meeting. No disrespect to BNIs. But you're making a big effort to make this very interactive. So let's talk about some of the things that you're doing that you think are going to be pretty cool. And so far, from the people who have already committed, seem to be echoing that same sentiment.
Yeah. So I am really lucky because I have been a show attendee and a show vendor. So I get both sides of that. And my goal is to make the best possible experience for both sides. So we're going to do all kinds of interactive things. So we have QR codes at each and every booth that the vendor will be able to put whatever landing page they want behind that QR code, and it will go in their vendor showcase directory book. We're going to do a scavenger hunt where the clients or campgrounds or whoever happens to come to this particular event need to go find answers to the questions that the vendors submit. So if they're able to get a certain number of those questions answered, then they get to win cool stuff. And who doesn't love free stuff?
Yeah.
And then we have a happy hour event following so that the vendors can actually come out of their booths a little bit. It'll be right in the booth area, but the vendors can feel free to come in and interact with the campgrounds, and there'll be entertainment during that time. And we're going to have it's fun. just because it's work doesn't mean it can't be fun.
No, and I think too, what I really recognize is this being a great opportunity for both sides is, again, as we said in the beginning of this announcement, everybody's really busy. So now you've created this environment where it's not just, hey, here's my card, but you guys are definitely creating an opportunity for people to take some time to get to know each other in different locations and, understand the needs of the campgrounds and understand the capabilities of the vendors. So I just think that this is going to be a fantastic event. That's why, again, you're getting a world record of new memberships, which I think is great for MARVAC because of all the value you provide to everybody. I tell everybody all the time, they say, Will, we see you with this Maris all the time. Like, what's going on with MARVAC? I'm like, it's a really cool organization because they do more than provide advocacy. They provide so much promotion to people that are working their tail off to give families great experiences. Like, it's a win, 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 win.
All the wins.
Yeah, it's all wins, and it's really, really exciting. And I want to reiterate again, though, you and I know, especially when it comes to event planning, the timelines, time goes really, really fast. And like I said, I can't believe we're already October 24th. November's going to come here. The last 2 weeks of November for us in our world go pretty quiet. And then the last 3 weeks of the holiday going into the all new year, that's pretty quiet too. And then it's like, hey, we got 2 weeks in January and then bang, February's here. So, I just want to hit on again, like, you really got to start reaching out to Maris now, just so you get everything, in a row. And maybe you just have some questions initially, or you say, hey, we're kind of interested, pencil us, don't put a pen yet, and then we'll be calling you back. But get a hold of MARVAC today as soon as possible. I'm really excited to just see you at the Novi show with your amazing team and just kind of ask, hey, how did it all go? I think it's going to be a great tell to say, hey, this thing might be so popular that we do it twice a year. Not that I'm trying to step on your toes and volunteer that you're going to do that, but nonetheless, already, I think that you're going to have great attendance by the commitments you already have. So, Maris, I really do applaud you.
Yeah, the really cool thing about doing this in conjunction with the Novi show, I mean, you've been to that show, we take a tremendous amount of square footage from the Novi showplace, right?
Yeah.
So getting the square footage for the vendor showcase was kind of a value add. So this is going to be really inexpensive for the campgrounds and the vendors. It's going to be a really good way to get in there and get to meet each other. And, we're not looking to make money off of this. We're a nonprofit agency. We just want good things for the members. And we're going to do it as inexpensively as we can.
And just when we talk about, that cost of entry for the campgrounds that are really busy right now, closing everything up, winterizing everything, just to throw a number out there for the campground members to know, or non-campground members that have a chance to come and then become a member because they're going to love MARVAC. What is that cost of entry for the campgrounds?
How's free sound? Free's good.
What? Can you say it again? If it's free, give me 3. That's my motto. Fantastic.
For any member campground that is already, for any member campground that has a booth in the Novi show,
okay,
it is free. They may come and enjoy the day. They're already going to be there. The event is going to be on January 30th, which is Tuesday before the show opens. So all of the dealers and campgrounds and vendors that are going to be at that show are already there getting their booth set up.
Okay. Cool.
So if they are a member and they are part of that Novi show, freebie.
Awesome. So if you're not, get all that information. Again, the best way to contact Maris is marvac.org or her direct line, which again is what?
517-999-6878. Will's going to be calling me all the time now.
Yeah, I'm going to get it tattooed. So I'll be like, hey, what do I call MARVAC? Oh, yeah. I'll have it. All right. And then like I said, we've got more updates coming. I think there's some more interest of people to come on and be a guest of our show, which that's always exciting because it's been fun to get to know so many great destinations throughout the state, which I'm still jealous because you always got to physically be there and I had to be in my office, but living vicariously through you. And it's also great to see that you came back in one piece from Ireland or Scotland or the UK or wherever you were at.
All those places, yes.
Yeah, and you come back to just wonderful balance of chaos, as there's just so many exciting things happening because of all the great things that you guys do. So just really do applaud, you and John and Darren and your marketing team. It just, like I said, the way that you guys serve everybody, it's been really awesome to just kind of just go along with you guys and see all the great things that you guys do. So a lot of more exciting things happening. There's a lot of exciting things too, just to learn about, like the campground directory. If you're a new RV owner and you want to know, hey, where's all the great places to go? Remember, MARVAC is the king. They're tops. They have that directory to give you the outline of everywhere you can take that all-new coach that you have. Of course, I hope that it's a Heartland Cruiser or DRV, but there's other great manufacturers as well. And more importantly, we just want you to get out there and enjoy nature and spend time with your family, because that is obviously so important and so much fun. And it's a great opportunity to create great memories with the family. So, Maris, thank you for taking some time today to tell us about the all-new, never been done before in the 80-year history of the all-new Vendor Showcase 2024. There's going to be drinks, there's going to be food, there's going to be friends, there's going to be good times, there's going to be great opportunities, sponsorship opportunities, so many things. Learn more, get a hold of the great Maris Brennan at marvac.org. And stay tuned. Maris and I will be back with some awesome guests, I think, between now and January. But again, recap on the deadline. Sponsorship, end of November. Vendors, you have until the end of December. And everybody, you have until the 21st of January before everything, the timelines are closed, and this thing goes live. Again, you said January 30th?
January 30th, and it'll be running from 2 to 6:30.
Okay.
Yep.
All righty. Well, I think we said the contact 19 times, and we've recapped the event. So again, stay tuned. We'll be reposting this. We'll be sharing it. I'll be breaking it down. Hint, hint. If you're looking for a great opportunity, thank Maris. You've got it coming. So with that, as always, thank you, Maris. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you.
Stay busy. Buy pads and notepads to get everybody's contact information, because you're going to be breaking attendance records, I feel.
Yes.
All right. Well, stay tuned, everybody. Learn more, marvac.org. I'm Will Miller, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Launching Life's Journeys podcast, brought to you by Heartland RVs. Stay tuned for our next destination.